Good morning, good morning. My hair all over the place. Good morning. Good morning, Mommy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, gosh. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Arthur. Good morning.
Good morning.
Where is your clitoris is a pacifier? Good morning, Cam.
That's what, good morning, Mama. Jesus Christ. Cam, that's what I walk in on.
Good morning, James.
Oh, God. I don't even know what to say. Good morning, Arthur. Good morning, Mama. Good morning, James. Lord have mercy.
You would think we'd be used to it by now at this
I,
point.
maybe if I had already been here and situated, but kind of caught me off guard a little bit, but that's okay.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Um, hey James, how you feeling today? Micah, come here.
Look, is everything all right over there?
Oh, you're fine, Mr. Reese. Baby, where are you at? Come over here and get mommy purse. You have to move my coat. How y'all feeling today? No, boo.
It's Suri. Well, hello. How
Hey,
are you?
Siri, how you feeling? It is Topic Tuesday.
And the crowd
Take
roars.
your stuff down, boo. Take it down. Bruh. Oh, trying to get this computer going. Boo, take the coat down. She over there fighting with the coat.
Why? What's going on with the coat?
On the hook. My purse under the hook. Bruh. You're so strong. Good job. Thank you. How y'all feeling today? I think yesterday we spoke and we was like we were gonna talk about stalkers. But I also have another
Intriguing.
conversation that since we have a bunch of men that be here every day anyway, I think they would I can hear from them what they think about this.
You think because you think men don't have stalkers?
No, 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 not the stalker part. I know they got stalkers.
Because they probably more stalkers than we do. Shit.
Feeling too cold here in the DMV.
Just Yolanda, hello. You listen. I'm in the house, but I gotta go out there today, so I ain't all excited about it. Stop. So we'll see what the cold bring. Oh, do I have a little straight braids?
I
Okay.
want to know. We'll talk about the stalker thing, but before we get there, I want to know how men feel about being emotionally present or expressive towards other men. Like, and Tam, you can give your 2 cents on it too as a woman's point of view. But I just want to know how y'all feel as far as men like showing affection towards other men. And obviously, this is in a non sexual way, right? We see women all the time. We embrace each other. We hug. We love up on each other. Be like, girl, you look good. Oh, this is nice. Da 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 da. But men, for some reason, we find it to be weird or some type of something is going on. Good morning, Zodiac. Good morning, James Money. How y'all feeling today?
Good morning.
So I'm curious as to how these men feel here. It don't work for you, Tori. What doesn't work for you? What?
Yeah, I'd like to know that. What doesn't work? I mean, um I have often wondered why men are not as complimentary to one another like we are. I mean, they don't have to be touchy feely like we are, but you probably not gonna hear a man say to another man, "You sure look handsome today."
Yeah.
They might be like, "Oh, I like that jacket." They might do that, but they're not gonna do it in the same way that we do it.
Good morning, Darren. Mr. Reese says I work with a lot of younger dudes, but I always try to encourage them to do right. Okay. Um, Honey Shrunk. If I was a spec size person in your coffee, what? Can I add a spin on the topic? Absolutely, Yolanda. Hey, Mr. No Days Off. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. The boxes are open. You guys can come up in the box if you would like. Yeah, I mean, compliments are one thing, but I think it's another thing. It's typically in the American culture. I agree because in other countries, you see men greet each other with kisses on the cheeks and things like that. What are we talking about today? We are talking about men showing emotions towards other men, whether it be affection or making space for their emotions or different things like that. And I want to hear from you guys. Are you comfortable with that? Look at Mr. Reese. No kisses, never. Um, are you comfortable with that? And if not, or
Would you
what?
kiss your
What is
son? Would you kiss your son, your dad, your
right?
nephew?
Right. I want to hear from you guys today, and women all obviously can give their take on it. Mr. Reese said, "Nope." Hello, Kevin. How you feeling, love?
So
It's
he
Reese
just keeps
said
saying, "Don't work for me."
it
Okay.
don't work for him. I don't know what's not
He
working.
is a man of little words. Hey Kevin, hello, welcome. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Thumbs down, family. Yes. James,
So I'm assuming you mean if it's your son that you would kiss them.
let everybody else know.
Okay. Um.
I I honestly don't see anything wrong. Especially if our men need a safe place to land. And I'm not saying that it has to, again, this is in a non-sexual way.
Mhm.
Okay, guys. But I'm just interested as to why they don't feel like they can be complimentary towards each other or affectionate towards each other as far as giving a hug or telling them, man, I love you. Like, that's even hard for guys at times to be like that. Some
Mhm.
men are not, but some men are. I wonder what it's about. I wonder what it's
Do
about.
y'all do that? Do y'all say "I love you" to your friends, buddies, whatever, when y'all are leaving the room? I can because I know the difference. Okay, Kevin. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Reese.
Hello, good morning, y'all. How y'all doing?
I'm
Wonderful. How you
happy.
feeling?
Um, after what you said, I do love my uncles and family them, but as far as kissing them, no. And as far as giving compliments to another guy, I don't think I could be able to do that. Even if
Wow.
if some men might be comfortable with that, but some people, if you try to compliment them, some men you compliment them from another man, they probably take it the wrong way. So it's best not even go there.
So you can't even be like, hey, that jacket mean. You can't do that?
No, 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 no.
Really?
Why? That's what we're trying to get to the why.
Hi,
Like,
yeah.
why is this a thing?
It's just not. It's something you can't really explain to. It's maybe all right for y'all women to do it, but not for us men.
Yeah, I think that's what we trying to get fact check and figure out why it's not cool for y'all. Darren said pride. Hey, Alpha.
It's a lot of pride. Hey, Alpha. We just don't do it.
We just don't.
No, we just don't.
That is crazy. I mean, it's not crazy. Let me not say it's crazy because that's not fair to say it's
Some,
crazy.
yeah, for
But
some men, mommy.
it's just hard for us to wrap our minds around it. Probably because it's so easy for us to do it. Hey, Cindy Freebird. The question is, or the topic is,
Why do men not show affection towards other men? This is in a non-sexual way, but I mean just like hugging or embracing or telling each other I love you. Um, this could be family or friends or whatever, or even just simply complimenting each other. Like, why is this such a hard thing for you guys? We're trying to understand from a point of view of a woman. And yeah, we can always say our reasonings behind it. Big Ox, thank you. Welcome. Is this your first time here? And
Good morning, good morning, everybody.
Good
morning.
morning.
good morning.
Real quick, Alpha.
So,
1 second, real quick.
oh, I'm
Big
sorry.
Ox said a man told me I like your haircut instead of saying nice haircut. Who's your barber? No go. So that was
What's the difference in your mind? That's interesting. What's the difference in your mind? I can read what the difference is, but I'm just wondering for you, what's the difference between saying I like your haircut and nice haircut? Who's your barber? Like,
all
what's
right.
the difference?
Alpha, what's up? What you got to say to this? What say ye?
Well, ye said, me lady. So the way I can only speak from my experience, and so I don't know if this for everybody, whatever, but I can only speak from my experience. And the way I was raised up is like you show no love, like always watch the other man. You know what I mean? Because some men intentions are not, the best, but with with me as an adult now, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? But before I couldn't do that. But now, after I lost my brother, you know what I mean? Like I had to, like the only person that was like male figure there for me was like a good cousin of mine, and and as I got older, he showed me it's okay, you know what I'm saying, because I never told my brother I loved him, you know what I mean, blah blah blah, nothing like that. So after that incident, after I lost my brother, I started telling, you know what I'm saying, the only one person I got close to me as a male, like, yo, because I love you, you know what I mean, and I started expressing it's like before we used to just like, you know what I'm saying, dap up, shake hands, but now like it's more like a yo, what up, like a whole embrace type of love. Because with my brother, we never did that because, you know, we was taught like, you know, we don't do that. But now as I'm older and as a man, it's like if I call you my friend, I'm gonna give you your flowers while you're here. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna embrace you. I'm gonna show you love. You know what I mean? Let you know that I got you, because like as men, it's hard to show emotion because, you know, like when you growing up, like they teach you like don't show no emotion, don't show nothing. Like, you know, that's
And
the
if
weak.
you do, what is the implication? Like you weak, soft?
Yeah, so basically that's what it was. Like you don't want to get off like the impression that you're soft, that you're vulnerable, because some people take that for weakness, you know.
Yeah.
Especially like the way I grew up, like they definitely would take that as take that, you know, as a, oh, you weak, you vulnerable, like you're an easy target. So for a while I was just hardened the shell, you know what I mean? I don't show love to nobody, like I don't. But, you know, after I lost my brother and like me getting out that mindset and like growing up, hey, just because you show them like the next man love, doesn't mean that you're weak, that you're vulnerable, that you're less of a man. It just mean like, yo, you got somebody, you know, a friend, a true friend that you care about.
Okay.
I wanted to say something to what he said about or I think it was a question you asked, Portia, about where does that come from. And I do remember when I was a young girl, watching other little boys, you know, around their fathers or uncles or whatever, if they were playing together and if they was hugging or something like that when they were playing, then the fathers would pull them apart and be like, don't be hugging on no other man like that. Like, it's something that's taught. And also like the emotion part, you know, real men don't cry, and you know, it's something that really was ingrained in little boys. And I feel like it has caused our men to be emotionally deficient in a way, that they do view it as a weakness to show certain emotions, which keep us at odds, you know what I'm saying? Because we want to hear from you. We want to know how you feel. We want you to emote. And y'all like, girl, if I'm here and I'm paying the bills, then that mean I love you.
Exactly. Like it took me to get into like my 30s to become emotionally intelligent and like recognizing and learning how to communicate my feelings to somebody, because at first I was just like, man, fuck you, like I ain't telling you nothing, like it is what it is. And I didn't know how to vocalize what I'm feeling because of how I was raised. Like, you tuck that shit in, keep your head up, don't let nobody see you at your weakest moment. But at the same time, that just eats at you, because like you want to talk about it, but you don't got nobody to talk about it too. And for a man, like I know for me to open up to somebody, I gotta trust you first, and then I don't want you to come back and throw it back in my face later, because then I'm like, yo, fuck you. Like, so it takes a lot of trust and like, I'll say trust and knowing that I could be vulnerable with you. Like, I could tell you how I feel and not be looked at less of a man, like, oh man, you just complaining, you just bitching, you sound like you sound weak right now, like, just because like some people would tell you like, hey, just tuck that shit up, man, you a man, you know, man up, like blah blah blah. But sometimes you just need to vent about that stuff and just like, yo man, look, I'm going through a hard time right now. kids getting on my nerves, old lady get on my nerves, bro. And they're like, man, that shit up. Like, no, bro, not at all. Cause like, especially like if you're a single father like me, oh shit, man, that shit crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you need people like, you know what I'm saying, like to talk to, because, you know, and that's why I surround myself with like-minded individuals who like me. Like, hey man, look, bro, come grab a drink with me, because, you know, like the kids getting on my nerves, wife, old lady, you know what I'm saying, blah blah blah. All right, bro, let's roll. And we sit over, you know, over some wings and like, you know, a beer or whatever, and talk and work this stuff out.
I'm gonna read some of the comments real quick. We're talking about men and lack thereof showing emotional expression towards other men. What is the barrier? What's going on? Why can't we say, well, why can't you guys say you love each other? Why you can't embrace each other? Why can't you compliment each other? Like, what is the barrier? What's that about? And help us understand better as women, because we're not, obviously there's a disconnect. Darren said, my family were all huggers. I love that. Kevin said, I disagree. If you are secure in yourself and you know you're a man, it shouldn't be a problem. I agree, Kevin. Cindy Freebird said, I think men struggle with that in general. Yes, I agree. Sorry, I have to scroll back up. It says, just Yolanda said, that's what's up. I truly admire you owning your masculinity. Exactly. Morning, Davino. How you feeling, love?
Good morning.
Facts, said Davino. You need that. Absolutely. Oh, I guess it wasn't many comments. Okay, anyway. So I totally agree, Tam. And we are seeing the effects of this today. I understand the protection of it all. I understand what it might have meant back in the day. The Blacknificent Chi-Town. How are you, love? I am wonderful. How are you doing today? I understand all of that, but what it has caused, and what's so crazy is men are just as human as women, and y'all are going to feel emotions and have feelings just like we do. So why is it not? I mean, I don't understand, when did it start being taught? Like, obviously this has been for generations, right? That you're not being a man if you show emotion. And it's like, man, yeah, it happens at a young age, I'm sure, Alpha, but I'm like, from where did this start from? Like, who started pushing this narrative forward? And now it's like a thing. And even to the point that y'all can't even touch each other without it seeming like a sexual thing. And even as young kids, like Tam gave the example, they pull a little boys apart, like, don't be, but they can hug the women and be, you teach them to be perverted, like at a young age, which is crazy.
Exactly. They so busy worried about their
Sexuality.
sexuality. Yes, that they are damaging. It's damaging. To think that you can't, because Mr. Reese was like, he don't even kiss his family. Like, and honestly, when I watch, I was watching some movie the other day, and the male character, the father, he was calling the baby love. It was a son. He was calling him my love and this and that. Hey, James.
Hey, James.
He was calling the son my love or something, and he kissed him on the lips. And even this was a child, a baby, and I still was like, because we've been conditioned to think that it's something wrong with that. James, we're so glad you stopped by.
Yes, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
That made my day. That really did.
David Ruffin forever. I can't. Yes.
If we say DR, we are not talking about the place.
It's David Ruffin. Mommy just asked about you this morning. It's like, is that our James? No.
Oh, when the other James was up. Yeah. Um, yeah, so it's a conditioning, right? We've been conditioned to think that there is something wrong with that. And it's not. And you should kiss your boys and you should show them affection. You should I'm talking about the men. You should let them know that it's okay to show affection, that it doesn't mean that it's anything perverse about it,
Yeah.
because
Look
those
at
little
them.
boys
Also, like I do. Also, I do believe that it's a time and a place to like tell yourself, hey, look, stop crying about it. Like, you know, like in certain situations where you can tell yourself, hey, look, man, crying ain't gonna fix it. You can sit down, figure out, you know, and come up with a plan. But not just tell them, oh, stop crying, you know. But actually talk to them, tell them why didn't he stop crying, and you know, like have that communication with them.
I mean, that's
or
with
it's okay to
anybody.
cry
That's
it
not.
out and then to find a solution. Sometimes you just
Right.
want to cry.
That's what I was just about to say. I mean, I think it's something to say to anybody. That's the same thing for women. Um, we can't just cry it out. Like it's not gonna. I mean, not just cry it out, but I think it's something to say if we just take a moment. Like if you need this moment, go to the bathroom, go to the corner, go have your moment, come back and let's figure out some solutions. Like I think that's important to give to any person, boy or girl. Give them space to emote. Crying is a natural
Well,
emotion.
we got this rule in the kitchen. Like every kitchen I ever worked in, we had this rule. Hey, you need to scream, you need to cry because everything's getting frustrating. Go in
Yeah,
the walk-in. Go in the walk-in.
yeah,
Or
Do
go
what
to
you
or go
gotta
to
do.
your car. Go to your car and cry.
Come back.
yeah, yeah.
Yo,
You ain't have to do it in front of
it,
everybody if you don't want to,
Right.
but I
go in
mean,
the
if you need
walk-in.
a
Just
moment,
go in the
go have your
walk-in.
moment. I know
Yeah.
men that probably have never cried. That's crazy.
That's a,
Or
but that's
especially
not
one
true.
who
That's not
works.
true. That's not true at all. Every man has cried. They probably don't cry in front of people or others or family or friends, but they do it alone. They do it alone. So no man can say they don't cry. That's a lie.
I
Um,
Before we give it to Davina, I want to read just Yolanda's. But it's okay to tap one another on the bottom if a successful sports play is executed. Baffling. I totally agree. It's like, when is it okay? That's okay, but and that's
right. You
non-sexual.
can't hug, but you can slap them on the ass. Like what? What are we talking
What
about?
are we talking about?
No, I can't do that.
Davino, how you
Did you
feeling,
play
love?
sports, Mr. Reese?
I
Good
did, but I
morning,
said we
Chantel.
didn't do that.
And you never did that?
No.
And none of your coaches ever, when you came off the field after a successful play, your coaches didn't say, "Good job." Come on, I've
Look
seen
at
every coach do
pat
that.
me on the back, but not on the butt. No.
And you would have been like, "Hey, coach, don't do that no more."
I would get offended. Truthfully.
What? That is crazy. I mean, no, it's not crazy. I'm gonna stop saying that. But that's crazy.
Davino,
Good morning, Chantel. Good
how
morning,
you
Uh,
Tam.
feeling?
Good morning,
I'm
Davina.
great.
The
I'm
boys.
great. I'm just listening in to I'm quite enjoying this conversation because it's not talked about a lot. I agree with 1,000% of what my brother Alpha said. I mean, just my view on it, and I'm born and raised south side of Chicago, and I didn't have that father figure in my father that showed emotion to want to hug and things like that. It was high five and good job and walk away. But I had a grandfather who embraced me, who loved me, who kissed me on my forehead. Man, I'm proud of you, kid. And my uncles followed suit. As a man, I'm not born with that nurturing aspect like a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So the love my grandfather put out there My mother enhanced that. I'm a father of 3 boys, 16, 11, and 9. My 16-year-old, I still will kiss him on the cheek. Man, I love you, kiddo. You my guy. But I was told as a child, yeah, man, stop crying like a girl. Man up. Do all. And Alpha's right. You drilled that all your life. Me and my brother, my younger brother, which is a year younger than me, for years, I literally turned 40 years old before we came out and said, I love you, bro. Because we used to just shake up, dap, the little handshake with the arm in the middle to block each other's chest, and yeah. Nah, I was like, what am I doing for years? This is crazy.
Yeah.
This is my brother. Like, you will kiss your baby son on the mouth, forehead, oh, I love you, and then you'll kiss him as a child, but then you look at it funny when he's a man and say, why am I kidding? It's your child. You're not making out with him. You showing him love.
Exactly.
I don't care what his friends are around. Here, come here. I love you, kiddo. Because I tell him at the end of the day, I will never be your best friend. I'm better than that. I'm dad. I'm going to be there from beginning to end, regardless. Friends come and go. Some of them going to turn their back on you. But I got you tenfold till the wheels fall off this bitch. So, it's not that we were taught. We had a bad perception of what being a man was growing up. Because everybody kind of followed suit of what the previous generation did. And I can't, our last generation and this generation, I gotta give kudos to, even though it's hard in some aspects, but I gotta give kudos to them because they are being more emotional. They are being more sensitive and vulnerable. Some of them a little too goddamn much, but I mean, for the most part, they're showing that emotion and showing it's okay. It's like my guy Alpha. Like, we've crossed each other's paths and known each other for quite a while.
Oh, okay.
And this man has offered for me and my baby that, man, y'all hit town, come through. I got you. We'll cook for you, do dinner, we'll hang out. And me and this man has never set eyes face to face on him. But the love he shows me and the love he shows my baby is appreciated, so it's reciprocated.
Yeah.
When I lay eyes on that man, when I walk into that man's town, I'm not going to extend my hand out. I'm going to extend my arms. What's good, bro?
Yeah.
How you doing? Hug me the fuck up and let's get it. Because we here to have a good time.
Yeah.
I don't care about his race, religion, sexual preference. This motherfucker ain't dating me. Come here, bro.
Okay.
I've heard what he liked through his expressions. He heard what I like through my expressions. My shit ain't got nothing to do with him, and he ain't got nothing to do with me. What he eat, I don't shit, and vice versa. But we have a mutual respect and a mutual love for each other.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just saying, people get too goddamn sensitive over little things. Oh, that ain't man enough. That ain't this, that, and the third. Who dictates what's man enough? Because what my version of man may be different from what Alpha, may be different from what Reese is. That's through their lens and their perspective of their opticals. That's not mine. So I am nowhere close enough to judge that man for what he considers as a man. The only thing I can agree upon is these little dudes out here thinking that thing that swing between their legs make them a man. No, it makes you a male. Because men know that title, men, that is a moniker we carry. We went through trials, tribulations, strife, abuse, motherfucking pain, sore, scars, everything to earn that moniker as a man. We got our shit together. There's no more F-boy shit in that title anymore.
Period.
So within saying that, people have to understand that is a moniker that men carry. And if you're false flagging that shit, you will be checked at the door. I can't tell Alpha how to be a man. I can't tell Mr. Reese how to be a man. But we have a mutual understanding of the same goal of what a man, calibrates. So, big salute to the men. But the little youngsters out here, the males out here, y'all will catch up eventually. And not sitting here brownie points and no shit like that or sucking up. We all know women have emotional and mental intelligence, a head start on us. We got to catch up a little bit. We get it, but we'll catch up eventually. And if you run into that right woman, she'll set your ass straight. So I mean,
And then
I think that's because we're allowed to be in that
Speaking
space.
fast, big bro.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're
and
allowed to be in
this
that space, and you guys are not freely allowed to be in that space. So you have to grow to find your space in that, and that's probably why seemingly we are ahead because we're able to be expressive as young girls. Nobody is telling us be a woman, don't cry. Like nobody's telling us that. So, we're able to express our emotions freely as young girls, and so it helps us as we become adults. You guys are like starting all over when you figure it out for yourself.
Yeah.
and I want to
That's
add this real quick
that
before I
and that
drop
right
down.
there. Oh, go ahead, bro. Okay.
I just want to add this before I go down. This gentleman that you just let next to me, David.
Mhm.
I went to high school with this brother. I went to Harper High School in Chicago with this brother. He was a year
They
ahead
went
of
to
me,
Chicago?
graduated before me. I haven't talked to this man in years. And then he got on TikTok and ran into me in the room. And we picked up just like we were in the locker room hanging out. What's good, bro? Like, that's my dude right there. Right there. Real
What's
men
good,
do
bro?
real shit like
Mary
that.
David. Okay.
Yeah,
Mary David.
yes, that's my boy. That's
Hey,
my boy,
Mary
yo.
Ladies,
David.
ladies, thank you. I
Hey,
appreciate
that's
you.
my dude.
Thank you for
Thank
joining us.
you.
We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate
We
everything that you had to
appreciate
say.
you.
Anytime.
Gave us some
Yes.
insight.
You definitely
Stick
spit that.
around.
Hey,
Stick
bro,
around.
Yes.
hold on. I need to say something. Hey, bro, next time you get your ass in this bar, put some little, go a little high with your voice. All that little deep shit is not called for. It's not that
You,
Harper.
you,
Cut that shit out. You know?
you know that ain't changing at all.
Listen, don't be messing with his
Always
voice.
love, bro. Love y'all. Love y'all.
Love you
Appreciate
too,
you.
Camino.
All
Thank
right,
you
bro.
so
Ladies,
Be
you
much.
know
safe,
I've been
man.
watching you for a while. I appreciate it. I mean, we all got to have fun and enjoyment and stuff, and I love the laughter that you give me in the morning because some of these days in this truck be a little rough, and I'll be wanting to choke them over God, but I appreciate
Don't do
I
that.
appreciate the fact that you all do the serious shit and the talks that need to be talked about, but I also enjoy the fact that you guys share your life. Tam more than baby girl over here, but I mean the weekends and the hanging out and girl, this dude came through and I just had to go back home. I appreciate that real shit though, because the one thing, and I'm sure the gentleman can agree with me, the one thing that people can actually relate to is authenticity. Y'all don't fake shit. Y'all give it to them raw, and if they don't like it, you got a choice to stay or leave. And I love that y'all
Right.
give that. This is what made me keep coming back because good, bad, or indifferent, y'all continue to be you. And I thank you for that.
Yes. Thank you
Ew.
So,
so much. That is
anytime,
Man, get
that
your
anytime.
is
ass out of here,
blessing.
Deron. Go to work. Go to work,
Love
nigga.
and
Shit.
abundance, always.
All right, bro.
All right,
I
bro.
thought Mama said he fine.
Oh, mom.
And he
That is
fine,
my
mama.
mama for real, y'all.
Mama,
And she be in
mama
this
be
chat.
she be
Oh,
saying good looking man. She
she
calls
be
it
like,
out.
oh, he's fine.
Yes.
Okay, I want to read
Okay.
some of these comments before we go further. One moment, Dave, Mary David. I'm sorry. Jay Hardaway. Some man is like a tea kettle. We have to blow off steam. Agreed. Just Yolanda said you see it all the time in youth professional sports. Yes. Just Yolanda said it's a natural expression to show love. Darren said facts. Uh-oh. Darren said facts. Mary David. Oh, he said Hopper High. First of all, Mary David, I didn't know you were from Chicago. Or did I? I don't know. Darren said
Yes, you did.
that.
Yes, you did. You just
Okay.
need to pay attention. That's all.
Oh, Darren said that's how it should be. Absolutely, Darren. Thank you, Elroy, for re-subscribing for 5 months. Okay. You better
I'm
go
like, he
off.
said he gonna be a while. He gonna
You,
be here a while.
you better go off then, okay? 1333 Blum, say that. Okay, welcome 133 Blum. Is this your first time? You followed us. Thank you so much. These young men don't care about being alphas. That's what 133 Blum said. Okay. Mommy put the eye looking emoji. She always looking at somebody, child. Good morning, Mama raised the king. That's NC Trucker. How you feeling, love?
I joined his daggone live portion. He act like he ain't know us, but go
He
ahead.
does that all the time. That's
I
what
was
NC Trucker do. Mommy said the same thing. I was like, yeah, he does that all the time. I don't know why he
Is
act like
that
he don't know.
the after the party? What is that? I was like, really?
He does it all the time. Exquisite Beauty, thank you. Good morning. How you feeling, love? Thank you for showing love. Good fella said, good morning, ladies. Good to see you both.
Good
Same
morning,
to
good
you,
fella.
boo.
Even
Um,
ladies, I'm gonna be back because my wife not feeling good, so I have to go check up on her right now.
okay,
Okay,
big
come
No, she
back
said,
daddy.
because we want to
Yeah,
hear what you got to say.
yeah.
And take care of
all
your wife.
Yes, I'm
right,
sorry.
baby.
Good morning, Mark Mad Davis. How you feeling? Davino followed us. Woo, woo, woo. Thank you.
Hold
Big ups to all the fellas in the room. Yes, good fella. Thank you so much. Um, Cabra, good morning, ladies. It's been a long time. It has. Where you
Where
been?
have you
What you been
been?
up to? Okay. Today we are talking about men and their emotional intelligence, I guess. Showing affection towards other men. You're in Georgia. Okay, that's wonderful. And love towards other men via compliments or physical touch or saying that I love you verbally. And what is the barrier and things like that. And I was so glad that Davino said what he said. I totally agree, and I'm glad that we are doing better. Thank you. You became a part of the team. Woo woo. Um, I'm glad that we are doing better as a society today, but it's still a lot of barriers to break for the older generations for sure. So I'm just grateful to hear that some men are really trying to do better. Hey, good fella, how you feeling?
Good morning,
Good
exquisite
morning,
beauty.
ladies. How you doing?
Well, I'm amazing. How are you?
um, yes, I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. You know, it's always a joy when you go to speak, and it's just something.
Good morning, Theo. Good morning, Lindsay. How y'all
Hey, Theo.
feeling?
Hey, Lindsay. What is it? What do you mean it's something? What is it?
You
You
know,
take you
there
stop
there
him in his tracks every time.
there are certain things about certain women, and if men are honest, there are just certain things about certain women that when they do it, they don't have to try. It's just that when they do it, it just brings about an attention. But for some men, it elevates them to a different place. And you know, both of you ladies are incredible at what you do. But Tam, with sometimes when you just speak, the sound of your voice just makes just makes some things just go the way that they do. Just to be honest, I'm just
We get
saying.
it. We get it. We see it all the time. Real quick, Davino said, and thank you for holding it down for the ladies, but giving space for the men. Absolutely, Davino. We love you guys. Me and Tam talk about this all the time. First of all, we have a lot of men that be in this chat. More so than women. We would love for more women to come into the room and but King's Assembly is here, okay? Up tap, they are here to stay, and we appreciate it. Lindsay, this morning we are talking about men showing affection towards other men via verbally telling each other I love you or embracing each other, physically, or just complimenting each other. And what are the barriers? Like, why is this a major issue in the world? And why do we find it to be like weird when a man is affectionate or, emotionally intellectual towards another man, especially? Um, what prompted this? Just to give context. Good morning, Jot Babyface. Is this your first time? Welcome. To give context, I watched this reel this morning of this guy that I follow. He's a little comedian or whatever, and he was saying that one of his last posts was giving props to one of his best friends, and he was just like, "I love you, man. Every time I come to town, I must see you. Like, you just such a great friend. You're always showing up for me." Da, da, da. Just giving his friend props, and people are in the comments, being nasty and making it like a sexual thing, like, oh, that must be his boyfriend type thing. And he made a post, a reel, talking about, thank you, mommy, you better go off, period.
She is going off.
He made a post pretty much talking about like his lack of being shown emotion from men as a young boy and being raised around women all the time and stuff like that, up until now he's an adult and realizing like it's okay for men to show other men love and respect, honor them and embrace them and stuff like that. And he like, I'm comfortable in my sexuality. I want to show love to everybody. This is how I am. And it doesn't matter if they're a male or a woman, but it's a problem with us in society when we see men do that with each other. We must think, oh, this person is on some other stuff. And why is that? And so it just piqued my interest because it really is sad that a man can't show up that way without somebody thinking questioning his sexuality, essentially. Um,
I may
but
not compliment. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
you good?
I may not compliment another man, but like I said earlier in the comments, I work with a lot of younger guys. So I do give them advice when they come to me, because they always come to me or other older guys when they need advice or about problems. Now I will help if I know what I know if I can help with their problem, I will give them advice. But as far as like hugging and all the other stuff, I don't do that. Now, one thing I know from I was raised for my stepfather is you may not hug another man or all the other stuff, but you will look another man in the eye and you will shake his hand. Other than all the other hugging stuff, no.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
but
right.
if they wanted to hug you, would you pull back? Or, I mean, how would you respond to that?
Handshake or fist bump, that's it. I wouldn't hug. I still couldn't hug another man. I just wasn't raised that way. Cause
That's the
I
key
never,
point.
I never had. I never had my real father. My stepfather, he showed me love. Now he might never said it, but through his actions, I knew a lot. And hugging was not one of his things, so that's probably where that come from. But he always complimented me, and anytime I need advice, he never turned me away, even though I wasn't his blood. But he always treated me like a real son.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say this, and I'm glad that Mr. Reese made that point. It absolutely, unequivocally, without a doubt, comes from your upbringing. Now,
Right.
you have to, and I don't care what no men say. I'll fight it to the end of the world. In order to become a man, you have to be around another man.
Hmm.
You are going to learn certain things from the men that you were brought up on. Now, hugging, there's nothing wrong with a man hugging another man. But if that was not part of your upbringing, you're going to look at it differently. You're going to look at it differently. But when you find a group of men, brothers that you are connected to, showing emotion is part of the DNA of a man. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that because that's how you can connect. That's how we were. That's how we were built. That's how we were joined because love is what it does. Love isn't just a sexist thing that you show toward women. Love is a character that you show toward people. And love is a part of your upbringing. Love is a part of your building into you becoming a better man. How do we teach the generations coming up behind us to love if we can't love as men in our present day? They say iron sharpens iron, but guess what? Even sharp iron needs to be washed sometimes.
Hmm.
And when it comes to emotions and caring, sometimes you have to take time to be around men, and you have to learn to be vulnerable. Some men have no way of understanding how they can get the things that are in them that's terrible out until you get around some other brothers and can release that tension, can talk about how bad my situation was, how I'm feeling. And listen, I have been in situations where men bring themselves to tears because they have no other release until they get around some men that understand that being a man is a full cycle thing. And guess what? Some men in their grown state have yet to find a place or a time where they can release a lot of tension and stuff that's in them. But complimenting a man, how else do we become sharp unless you get a compliment from a man? Yes, you want that from a woman, but guess what? There's something about a secure brother that can look at another man and say, "My dude, you put that together. You looking good today."
Yeah.
That don't make nothing wrong with you. But guess what? Only a man who understands his fashion and different stuff can look at another man and compliment him in the way that he knows, bruh, you put that together. Yo,
Yeah.
them kicks are serious.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that. But it takes you being a secure man and being built as a secure man to be able to do those things.
Right. Hold on one second, good fella, because Sky said she got a meeting and she wanted to jump in real quick.
Okay.
So, Sky,
Good morning, ladies in chat. I'm at work. So, look, I just jumped into the discussion. I was trying to read the room, but I just got some questions real quick before I go to my meeting. So, Tam, why come men act like they can't feel emotions? Portia, why come men got to be so strong? Tam, why come men don't have men groups for support groups? Lindsay, why come men can't tap into their feminine sides? We all have them. Good fella, why can't men lick lollipops?
what?
Portia, why come men got to be okay? Portia, why men can't eat hot dogs? And 10, why men can't lick lollipops? Diddy did it. Jesus is king. Block me, drop me.
Well,
Where the hell did all that come from?
I
Well,
don't know where that came from, but I could definitely answer. I can answer a few of those. First of all, I eat a hot dog all day. I eat a hot dog, brat. I don't give a damn about none of that. I'm still a man 110% of the time. So then on top of that, as far as when I was growing up, my father didn't hug me at all. I didn't get the love from another man until my grandfather. My grandfather was the hugs and the daps and the handshakes and the different things. And like Goodfella was saying, like, or no, that wasn't Goodfella. That I
Portia.
think that was Mr. Reese. He had said about, always make sure, you shake a man's hand, look him in his eye, things of that nature. I learned that from my grandfather. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what's wrong with a lot of these young men out here now is that they don't feel that love from the males because there's so many males out here that don't even know what that's like for a man to be like, come here, let me give you a hug, man. I see you going through something. Let me hug you. Or even just simply complimenting and saying, man, you looking sharp today, boy. I see you. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I don't know where this whole thing of you can't compliment a man and you can't eat a glizzy or a hot dog or whatever they call it. You can't have a popsicle. You can't do nothing as a man. Like, where did all this come from? I have no idea. But growing up, I had no problem with it. I had a problem with it in the beginning, but because, like I said, my father didn't give me that. And his father didn't give him that. But my grandfather showed me that. And I show that to my daughter. I show that to my stepson. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do that because that's what's wrong with a lot of these young men. They just need men to show them that love. And a lot of times as men, we don't know how to do that. And I think it takes the love of another man, like Goodfellow was saying. it takes another man to show a man that it's okay to do that. It's okay to embrace. It's okay to give a dap. It's okay to be like, boy, you're looking real sharp today. Like, you ain't got to be like, oh, man, you looking real sexy right now. No, you ain't got to do all that. That's going too far. But just to say, hey, you got on a nice suit, bro. I see you. Let me fix your tie for you real quick. You know what I'm saying? That there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know where this whole notion is. Everything is just what's politically correct now, but I don't know where that came from. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a man telling another man he look cool or you're looking clean today, or even giving him a hug or a dap.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat has said earlier that a man told him that I like your haircut instead of saying nice haircut. Who's your barber? And I asked him what was the difference for him, but he never responded. I don't think. I thought that was interesting because it to me, you're saying the same thing. Of course, it's different words, but do y'all see a difference with that language, Mr. Reese? No, Mr. Reese? You
Okay, I can answer
Alpha?
that question.
Okay, good fella.
So, so the difference is you are dealing with emotional, immature men. And I'm gonna tell you something. I am an emotional adult man. And one thing I want to say about a lot of the things that are saying, there's nothing wrong with giving somebody dap or giving a fist bump. But one thing about it, and two things for sure, you can't absorb another man's emotions. You can't absorb what they're feeling, and you can't give it off with a fist bump. You have people who are scared. Let me backtrack that. You have men that are scared to allow themselves to be seen giving emotions because society has made it make you look like you're weak or you're something else when a man hugs another man. Let me tell you something. Somebody else said it. The problem with our younger men is that, number one, they don't see older men showing emotion. So why in the world should we, as a younger generation, do that? Because that gives off weak vibes. Wrong. You, as a man, we have to be in a position to set the example. You can't set the example if you've never been taught it. But even if you haven't been taught it, nowadays, it's not an excuse to know it. There are ways to become that if you weren't taught that. Number one, everything is a choice. Everything is a choice, and you have the choice whether or not you want to be emotionally mature or immature. Secondly, you have to understand that if you're going to be a mentor-like person, you have to be able to understand and absorb what these younger men go through and be able to open up yourselves and still be the man that you are. But you got to be mature for that.
Totally agreed. Totally agreed. Real quick, while we're here, commercial break. This is the After Party Podcast, where your host is Tam and Portia, and our initials are TAP. So we like to say tap that. So tap, tap, tap in, tap all over this host box. We have a like and go of 30K a day. We are only at 7.3 likes for today. We appreciate you guys for being here, having this good conversation about men's emotional intelligence and affection that they are given towards each other, whether it be verbally, physically, or emotionally. And what are the barriers for that, and what's going on with you guys? I think it has been a lot of great points here. We shout out to all our men that join us here every day, and our ladies for holding it down and leaving this space open for our guys to be able to express themselves and tell us a little more about what's going on from their point of view of the world, right? Because we're all navigating this thing a little differently. But hopefully what this conversation accomplishes is giving y'all space to look at things a little differently if you have not already switched your mindset, right? And also being open and available for women to be a better partner with, right? Or a better father or a better sibling or whatever, because um, it's hard. It's hard dealing with men that are not emotionally intellectual, and we don't understand it all the way. Like, yes, we understand surface level. Yes, we understand it could be passed down from generation to generation. Multiple men today, Tam, I don't know if you noticed, has said that their fathers directly didn't give them the love, but their grandfathers did. And I don't know if that goes towards like that whole, when you ain't parenting the kids, it'd be a whole nother thing. The grandparents can show up a little different than what a parent can show up, right? So maybe that's why. But it's interesting to me that you guys operate this way, and I just want y'all to know, like, it's okay. It's okay to. It's definitely a generational thing, good fella, for sure. But it's okay to like emote. It's okay to show each other love. It's okay to, love on somebody and it be in a non-sexual way. Like, we grown now, thank God, but as a kid, I think it's important for us to keep teaching our young boys that has nothing to do with your sexuality because you show up for another guy. Again, whether it be verbally telling them I love you or hugging them or whatever. And like we spoke towards earlier, in other countries, I think in France and Italy and all of that, they kiss each other on the cheek. Like, that's normal. It's not giving anything about their sexuality. It's just, this is how I show love. This is how I embrace my brethren. Period. But again, here in America, and also in some other countries, I'm sure, but it's like, no, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Um,
It is unfortunate that we're still of that mindset, but I think somebody, I think it was Davino that was mentioning that this generation is a little better at being expressive, and I think part of that is because they don't really have to be worrying about this sexuality piece because it's everybody else is more open, more accepting of different people's sexuality, so they don't have this same ridicule that the men in the 60s and 70s was growing up with. That's not appropriate behavior. They don't have that to contend with because everything else is so much more open now, so it's easier to be more vulnerable emotionally. So
um, I
Now I
don't
want
totally
to,
agree with
if
that.
if I
What do you think?
if I can say this, and I know I'm gonna ruffle a couple of feathers for this, but it needs to be said. Going on what you said, and I'll stand on mine 10 toes down because it's a fact. When you talk about today's generation, you deal with a lot more of the y'all forgive me, I can't get the letters right. The LG,
all the
Yeah.
letters.
them. You have a lot of them who are more open and can understand love because they look at love differently than men of our forefathers and the generations, because a lot of them equated love to a man and a woman. They equated love to sex. You had a lot of men who never heard the words, I love you, coming from a man. So the only thing that they saw was, okay, if I say love, then that means you and me get together and this thing happens or whatnot. That's a whole different type of love. A love that a man shows to another man is an agape type of love that I care for you, my brother, like none other. I can tell you I love, I can say unequivocally without even knowing Mr. Reese that I love Mr. Reese because he is a upstanding man who is trying to do particular things. Just listening to him, I have no problems telling other men that I love you. Number one, because I was raised up under that. My father said those things to me, and it makes a difference. If you haven't been brought up with a father or uncles and grandfathers who say I love you, you're only going to equate love to something sexual. And that's
Right.
where a lot of men find the problem, because even the younger ones come up, if you say love, oh, you love me. What you talking about? What you talking about? You ain't gotta love me. See, they don't have the true understanding of what a man's love can do. And I'm gonna tell you something. There is nothing like a man loving his sons, his brothers, his fathers, his uncles. There is nothing like a brotherly love. That's why a lot of men find themselves getting into fraternities and men's group that have that type of brotherly love that they've never received from growing up. So it's a difference when you've had that, and when you know it, it makes a difference because you can give it.
That goes for gangs as well. A
Yep.
lot of them end up in gangs because they looking for a brotherhood, a family,
Police
um,
officers, all types of stuff.
all the, exactly, because they looking
Continue to
for a
support.
brotherhood. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. That's good. That was so good. And yeah. Um,
Antonio, Mr. K Town, is this your first time with us? Welcome, welcome,
yes,
welcome.
welcome. Um, yes, this is so good. Like I can say from experience, it's true. Absolutely alpha. And I think, man, I don't I was gonna say something else. But anyway, it is so good. It is so good because everybody's looking for a place to belong. And
Hmm.
again, like Goodfella was saying, like love should not be equated to your sexuality, essentially. It should just be love. And that is something that that community has kind of conquered, essentially, because it's just simply love. And even if we want to go biblical, love wasn't expressed in this is what a man and a woman does. That's just in general. God is love. And if you love Jesus, and I know everybody ain't Christian, but if you love Jesus and he was a man, why you can express love to him, but you can't express love to your fellow man? And that's one of the commandments in the Bible is to love thy neighbor as you love yourself. So that didn't say just love the women. That say love everybody, men
Yeah.
and women. Like it shouldn't matter. Good morning, La Butterfly. How you feeling, love? Um,
Morning.
good. Oh no, I love. Oh, okay. Antonio's been here before. Okay, great. Listen, it's just really sad to me that and I don't have any boys that I'm raising, and I always used to say, God, if you give me a son, I'm gonna teach him the best to like be so like open and like emotionally intelligent, like and loving and respectful. Like I think what we're missing today, I can tell all our regulars are missing class today. They definitely are.
They
Tap that,
are.
tap that. Thank you,
They
Thea.
our regulars have, most of them have excuses.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, so it's just interesting to me that in today's day and age where we are with this, and it's very I always say if I had a boy I would raise him to be like super loving and all that type of stuff, and I raise my daughters the same way. But I think it's important because they grow up to be men. And then, like you said, they equating it to sex, and they equating it to like if I tell her this, then I will get like it's much more than that. And we should everybody want to belong and everybody want to be a part of something. And it's we should just do our best efforts to teach our boys to grow up into men to be much more emotionally intelligent so that they can show up not for just themselves but everybody else around them, and keep pouring and pouring and pouring. Like how can dads dote on their daughters but then push their sons aside like, no, you be a man, you do this, you don't like what are we setting these kids up for? I don't
Proportion.
understand. Like strife, because that's what it ends up being. And it'd be so much disconnect between men and women. And it'd be so hard. Because we want to have a soft place to land and they want to be masculine, but it's no in
They
between.
want a soft place to land too. They just don't want to do it with other men.
So let me give you an example.
Let me
So
speak on
so
that
so let
real
me give
quick.
you an example. So
Okay.
like in the movie, if you remember, um, the best man, the final chapters, when Lance had to deal with his son,
Yeah.
when he wanted his son to be the football star, he
Oh,
wanted his son to follow in his steps, and all of that. And his son was trying to live his life and show his dad, I'm still me, but guess what? Emotionally, I'm someone different. But the thing about it was, it doesn't hit hard until it hits home. And Lance had to understand that his son was still his son, but he had to learn how to emotionally connect with his son, because instead of looking at his son a certain way, his son still needed that type of love that you give, that's a caring love. And those things happen when you have dads who look at love a certain way. You look at a certain way until it hits home and you deal with your son who is trying. In this day and age, we have to understand people see things differently. They're understanding there are, their pronouns and all those type of things that they deal with now, you know, make them acceptable in society. But what happens when it comes from the heart? What happens when you still have to be a dad and love your son differently than you would if he was your football star son? He's still your son, and
Yeah.
he still deserves the love that a father has. Now, I thought that was really cool as a movie, but I give the testimony of I dealt with the same thing personally. My oldest son, I had to deal with that situation. My son, my number one son, big boy, I wanted him to be my football star because he was following in his dad's steps. When my son told me he didn't want to play football, he said, "But Dad, I found my niche in life. I want to knit." And when he looked at me and told me that he wanted to knit clothes, my mouth kind of dropped, because that's not what I have for you. That's not what I wanted for you. But I had to understand that my son still needed love. He still needed his father. And I had to understand that, listen, if I'm going to support you, if I'm going to love you, I support you in
Yeah.
those different things. And it makes a difference when you have to love from the heart, not from the mind. There's a difference. So my son being who he is, I'm his biggest supporter. And I mean, he's really good at what he does. Really good. But the best thing that he ever got was love and support from his dad, no matter what. And men nowadays, we have to learn those things. We have to learn to love completely.
That's real, bro. That's real. Cause I've heard about the same situation, but it didn't go the same way. It did not go the same way. And the guy, he wanted his son to follow in his footsteps, and his son didn't want to go that way. And right now they don't even speak. So, and that's really bad. And somebody had to tell him that you can't allow your children to go the same way you go, because what works for them what works for you probably don't even work for them.
Yeah. Alpha, you wanted to say something?
Oh yeah, yeah. So I could speak on like so short story. I got into a real bad car accident that ended my football career. And my dad was like, "Hey man, look, you need to go back and what I'm saying, try." I did. They didn't give me my scholarship back because it took me too long to heal. For a while, we didn't speak after that because I was supposed to go to the draft and all that good stuff. And for a while, we didn't speak after that because I felt like he was disappointed. I didn't get no support. You know, big football star in the family. Now that I don't got nothing, everybody just flaked off, parents included. So for a while, like 3 years later, I pull up at my dad's house because I was pissed. I was like, yo, what it is, like, blah, blah, blah. He was just, and he told me, he said, first of all, I'm gonna say I'm sorry. I did not know how to support you during that time because you worked your whole life for this and it got taken away because some other motherfucker. And he said, and we just had like a heart to heart talk over a drink, and I was still hurt, but I kind of understood. And that's the first time I heard my dad tell me he loved me. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
That's
So,
I'm glad that y'all were able to have that conversation, that at some point you felt like the conversation was needed. He probably thought it was needed too, but just like he didn't know how to support you during your time of in your time of need, he didn't really know how to support you. He probably didn't know how to then come back to you and say, I messed up, right? But because you went to
yeah.
him, he was able to express that he realized he messed up and that y'all were able to have that conversation, because that's really important. But that's what we're talking about, like being able to be vulnerable with one another and just say, like, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I'm thinking, I love you, simple things like that that men find it very difficult to do with one another, or even with their partner, because I mean a lot of men have a hard time expressing love and care and emotion with their ladies too. It's because of how they've been conditioned. That's soft, that's what I.
Yep.
And that's so true. People have to look at lives as plants. They got to look at lives as plants. And love is the water that allows it to grow.
Mm-hmm.
If you are not properly giving that plant the water that it needs, one drop of water is not going to make a plant grow. That's why people tell you all in all, you can't just say something one time and it means you have to continue giving. A woman wants to hear, I love you, you're beautiful, I need you, you are every. Listen, you have to water that plant, because guess what? If you don't, you got to understand that that thing is going to die. And when it dies, guess what? There's going to be some water come from somewhere else to make that plant grow. You are not the only hydrant that has the water to make something grow. That's why expression is important. Communication is important. And a man hearing I love you one time from his dad is not enough. It's not enough, because as men, we're people too. We need to be nurtured. We need to be cared for too.
Yes.
Our level of that might be different, but
Mm-hmm.
if every man were to split his head open and you could read his mind, a man is going to tell you in secret, yeah, I need that. I might be hard. I might work every day. I might do the things and whatnot. But guess what? I need to know that my lady loves me. I need to know that she cares for me and that she'll go to the end of the world for me, just like they want that from us. And
Yes.
it's important. People need that. They deserve it. And men are just as in place as anybody else.
Yep.
That's why a lot of times men might not say it, but we need it. And I am an advocate for men speaking up, because you can't fault somebody if they don't know nothing.
Yeah.
Men have to do the things to speak up. Women are not mind readers. But guess what? If you need love, there's nothing wrong with having to sit down and say, babe, guess what? I want to hear I love you more. I want you to do the things that make me feel like you love me, not just like I'm some ATM here to pay bills. Show me that you love me. You ain't
Yep.
got to buy me nothing. There's ways of showing a man that you love him without gifts. Sometimes a man could be sitting on a couch and you walk up behind him, wrap your arms around him and ask him, baby, you need anything? Can I do anything for you? For men, that's golden. That's golden. There's no gift that you could buy that tops something like that. But men have to be strong enough in themselves to speak up.
Yes, yes. Hey Justin, how you doing?
Hello.
Hey, Justin.
Just ignore me. I just haven't been here for a while, so I just wanted to be inside somebody's box. So
What the fuck?
What?
What is happening?
Okay. Welcome Smoke to the Bone Barbecue. How you feeling? Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the follow. What would you like to contribute to this conversation today?
How y'all doing, first of all?
Wonderful.
Amazing.
This is a wonderful conversation. Wonderful. A lot of times it's not being talked about.
Yeah.
And I agree with the brother. We as men, we just want to know we loved. Don't show me, tell me. Don't tell me, show me. You
Mhm.
know, I think as a lot of times men are portrayed to be so hard that they don't need love. Yeah, we need love too, because we get weak. We get the weight of the world on our shoulder. And when we come home to our wives, our girlfriends, or significant other ones, we want to know that y'all giving us peace. Give us peace. Give us joy. Give us some kind of happiness. Don't give us all the bills need to be paid, baby. I know the bills need to be paid. We'll talk about that in a minute. I didn't work 12 hours. Can I get you to just sit beside me and put your hands on my lap? Or put your hands on my hands and say, I know it's going to be all right, baby. Sit back and relax. Let me fix you some hot dinner. Those are the things that I think a lot of women are forgetting nowadays to show a man. They want all the attention for them, but they're forgetting about men and what we want. And if, again, we don't never speak up for it, they ain't gonna never do it. And I'm struggling for that.
Uh,
Okay. Go on, Tam.
I was just gonna say, I heard you say, for women that we need to give you guys peace, and I hear that a lot, and a lot of time y'all want us to be your peace, and y'all raising hell and creating havoc. And what we're talking about today is whether or not men know how to be emotionally vulnerable and intelligent, and are you giving what you're requiring, not only to your lady but to your brethren, right? Are you being supportive with them? Are you telling them that you love them, that you're proud of them? Are you doing the same thing for the next man that you are needing and hoping for yourself? That's really like the meat and potatoes of it. And we're hoping that by having this discussion or hearing from you guys, that we then too can learn something about you all and how to see you guys through a different lens.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about that, being emotionally vulnerable for your brethren, not just your lady?
That's true. I don't have any kids, but when I sell barbecue in my neighborhood, all the little boys, just teenagers coming up, that I see them, I tell them, come here. I sit down and I say, let me talk to y'all. Because I see the need where they don't have the love at home like they should. So I try to talk to them. I try to feed them. I try to take them swimming. Hey, y'all, I love y'all. It's something better out here than just being in these streets. So y'all, every time y'all come around me, y'all see me, come talk to me. I'm going to be your big brother. I'm going to be your daddy. Even though I'm not your daddy, but I'm going to be your daddy. So we just have to embrace our young generation and our other brothers and men too. And I understand that. I truly do.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I was emotionally vulnerable last night when I was sitting there beating the shit out of my kids because they wouldn't clean this house right. I was emotionally vulnerable. I was telling them why I was beating them. I'm like, y'all getting this ass whooping because you niggas can't clean. Yeah, vulnerable.
Fuck.
Justin, Justin, I'm gonna need you to thank you. We appreciate your
What
contribute
is happening?
contribution.
Keisha said drop
Um,
him. Yes,
Please drop.
Justin,
Please.
we need you to tap, baby. We need you to tap. Get your ass out the box.
No, no, I haven't been here. Let me stay.
Okay,
I'm listen.
okay, you
Okay,
can
I'll
stay.
be good. I'll
Okay,
be good.
I'm
I'll
gonna
be
tell
good.
okay,
you
go
I'll be
this.
ahead.
good.
Lord Jesus.
These
Let
conversations need to be, and I think this is what's wrong with our world today because this conversation here is not being talked about anymore.
yeah. It's not. It's
And
not.
It needs to
like
start being talked about, though.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
and
It
like the brother
definitely.
said earlier, everything now is about a sexual thing. It's not a sexual thing.
Not.
You can love a woman without sex. You can love her without the emotions of having sex with her. Stimulate her mind instead of her body. She'll
Hello. Come
love you
on.
more.
Say that again for the ones in the back. Okay.
I said stimulate her mind, not her body, because she'll love you more if you stimulate her mind.
And it'll be easier to get that body. Antonio.
Now, one of the things, Portia and Tam, that I think is important when we talk about growth in this field, one of the things that we first need to do is find out what people really know. And when you talk to young men, one of the best questions that I've learned to ask some of these young men is what is love to you?
That
What
is now.
what
Now
is
you talking about something, good
what,
fella. Because
yeah,
I mean, not that y'all wasn't before, but I'm just saying because I think as women, we don't ask that. We just assume because he's approaching me, he's trying to
exactly,
court me, he's trying to be up in my
exactly.
face that he knows what love is. But
Mm.
his definition of love and your definition of love may be two totally different things. So I think
And
it's a major
yeah,
important question to ask for
and, and
clarity's
you
sake.
can find out and you can find out a lot from a person when they answer that question.
Yes, Lord.
Because when we talk about men, there are a lot of young men that are going to equate that love to their girlfriend or something like that. Very, very, very rarely will you have a young man today, when you ask them about that, will they talk about love from their dad? Because number one, that's become a mystery, a father and son love connection. Most father and son connection now is because the mother's called the father because he done acted up and they want the dad to come in here, beat his ass, give him a lesson and all of that. That son don't know what type of love that is, although that's a part of love. They don't know the other side of it. You
Right.
have a generation coming up today that have no idea what a father-son love connection is. And that's where we have to start. We have to start with trying to figure out where can the gap be bridged. But again, you're going to have a problem doing that if you have grown men who are not emotionally mature enough to love a young man.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't even love a young man or sit a young man down and tell him why you love him, who's not related to you, who's not your son, and anything like that, that's where we need to bridge that because
Yes.
all men need love. All men need love,
Lord.
and we have to have men that are not scared to show it.
And what's the craziest part about all of this, what this is rooted in is fear. Fear that your son or child or brother, whatever, is going to be um, in a different sexual category than you are. And the craziest part about it is while you spending all this time trying to prevent that from happening by all these tactics, that they still will go over to that way because they they're searching for that connection that they didn't get from you. You know what I'm saying? Some people's situation is that. I'm not saying all, but some people's situation is that. And you done push them right on over there because you sit up here so trying to prevent it. Well, why you so don't want me to love on somebody that looks or that's made up just like me? What's the problem? It's the same thing with curiosity killed the cat. Okay. It's the same thing when you try to prevent your kids from doing certain things, and they be like, "Well, why I can't do that?" Now I'm gonna try to figure out why I can't do it because you ain't educated, you're not talking, you're not doing none of the things. Show better than you can tell. Like it's just a whole thing. I'm gonna read some of these comments. It's a bunch of them, real quick. Antonio, Mr. K Town said, when I'm mentioning the young man in my area, I try mentoring them. I try to teach them the first lean on how to love themselves. Abso-freaking-lutely. Okay? That's so key. Because we don't know how to love ourselves first, and then we'll be trying to come together with somebody else and be out here being a whole fool. Hey, J Music, how you doing? Thank you so much. He said it's hard because men cannot express their feelings because how we were raised. Yes, we said that. Keisha said drop Justin. Okay. Jerry Brown, good morning. How you feeling, love? Absolute said leave my bro. Okay. Oh Lord, Keisha, I'm not reading that. Um Lord Jesus. Darren said facts cause love was taught to me as having a bunch of kids. Oh Lord. And this is why Darren got a whole tribe over there. Lord Jesus. Absolute said on the flip side of that is when the young lady takes that away from that man. I wonder which part you were speaking about.
He was talking about when I think it was Goodfella that was saying about or was it somebody else? Anyway, they were saying that about taking care of your kids and showing them a man with his son.
Yes.
And I think it was Goodfella that said when you call them to come over when it's time to discipline the kids, but they don't know any other type of love from their dad.
Yeah.
He was talking about that you take away the opportunity. And I hear men say that all the time, that single mothers do that they make it difficult for men to have relationships with their children. They're always interfering because it don't look like how they want it to look, and they trying to control the situation. I think that's what Absolute was talking about.
Okay. TL Locke said, I raised two boys on my own and my stepson. We gonna make it, period. I agree you guys will. Keisha said, I am so glad our family isn't like that. Black King of Skits, good morning, lovely. Love, how you doing? I'm sorry. Absolute said, first love came from my mother, and if she was none affectionate, that changes man. Also, that part, good fella, because these mamas be out here messing up these boys too. Okay.
Or too affectionate, acting like they their man.
And that's a whole nother thing, the pressures, putting pressure on them. And yeah. Joyce Naoki. Welcome. Is this your first time? This is my first time here. I'm enjoying the exchange between the men and women. Yes. Thank you for joining. We're so glad that you are in here. Thank you, Keisha. Thank you, Theo. Thank y'all for going off on the gifts. We appreciate y'all. Please help us reach our like and goal. We have less than 30 minutes left. This is the After Party Podcast where your host is Tam and Portia, and our initials are TAP. So we like to say tap that. So tap all over the screen. Our like and goal is 30K a day. We are at 17.3. We appreciate you guys for all of your love and support. Thank you for helping us reach our chili gifting goal. It's 1,000 of them up there. We're almost to that goal as well. We appreciate y'all. When we hit these goals, it helps us be more discoverable here on TT. So we thank y'all for always supporting us and being here with us. And come on back if it's your first time. We're always here having good conversation and acting a goddamn fool. So today is a topic Tuesday, and we're talking about man's emotional health and wellness, and more specifically about men showing emotions towards other men, whether it be physical touch, giving a hug or a kiss or whatever, or verbally telling them I love you, or just simply showing up for them and giving space for them to be emotional, okay? And what are the barriers and things like that? We've heard a lot of great things today. These men on this panel, amazing. Everybody's point of views have been great. And I'm glad that we're able to cultivate a space for you guys to express yourselves. And we want to understand more too, because we out here in these dating streets. Me and Tim are two single women. Both have been married before. And, we just trying to get a better understanding. And I think a lot of women can benefit from this. And those who may be raising boys and all the type of stuff, like what are the things that we are missing and we need to, cultivate and implement and different things like that so we can understand each other a little better. Okay? TL
I'm
Rock said,
very I'm
huh?
very emotional because we lacking on this tap go. I hope we met it yesterday when I wasn't here, but today
Yeah.
it's looking real sad.
It,
So
it,
y'all need to tap this screen.
we did make it yesterday, Justin, but we
Say,
definitely
man,
noticed your absence.
the tap morale was down yesterday without you, brother.
It was not what it should have been, but we did make the goal. And we definitely missed you. And if you had not joined today, I was going to send out the troops because
Yeah.
I noticed all morning that you still wasn't here. And I didn't say anything, but I was like, as soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna reach out to this sucker. Where he
Yeah.
at? But anyway.
Are you
Okay,
good, Justin?
listen here. For one, this is crazy. Everybody in my house got like this kind of cold flu type thing. And
Um,
then, like for the this whole weekend and yesterday, hopefully we finish today. I've been putting a new roof on my house. So
oh,
congrats to that. But I'm doing this sick. So
You
that's up.
doing it yourself? The labor
Oh,
yourself?
and no, not my whole
Oh, I
self,
was
but
like, Justin does everything.
no. See, no, I did roof before, but I quit when I fell 3 stories and broke my collarbone. So yeah, me getting on the roof now, I'm the ground guy. Like literally, I'm happy to be that guy. Like, hey, hand me the yes, sir. Here you go.
You the
Don't
ground.
expect me to climb no ladder.
Okay.
I'm not doing it anymore. No,
Yeah.
but yes, I'll be that ground guy.
Well, don't be
You hearing the
sleep
tools and give the
driving.
orders, huh?
Uh, how did
That's it. Look, I'm writing the check, so therefore it gets done, and therefore okay, I'm not getting on no roof. Sorry.
okay, Wanda?
Lord Jesus.
Okay.
T. LaRock said, mine use my three as pawns. So I said, you are only hurting the children. Oh, yo, baby, your mother of your children. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, I know it's a lot of hurt people hurt people. Okay, it's a lot of hurt people in this world, unfortunately, and do that type of stuff. I was about to say mine cost me 10K. Oh Lord, um, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So hey, Clarence, how you feeling, love? Um, yeah, it's hard out here for up, but Justin, we glad that you are well. Even though it's a virus plaguing your home right now. Y'all will all be healed in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you. TL Rock said, my ex-wife, I actually married her. Oh,
Oh,
not you saying it like that. I actually married her. Uh, Lord
was
Jesus.
that not a good thing? Like, oh,
No,
I guess
he
not.
said it wasn't when he said she used the kids as pawns. Like,
I guess not. I mean,
yeah. He like, I
sorry.
actually married her. That's the tone I got from her. Like my
Yeah,
ex
that's what I got from it too. I actually
actually
married.
married
Yeah.
that chick.
Clarence said, "Wow."
Demographics, actually. Uh,
Listen,
yeah. So what more you got to say, Tam?
I don't have much more to say. I really was sitting in a space of learning today.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that we can have our opinions or thoughts on the subject, but at the end of the day, it's you can't really know unless you hear it from the horse's mouth. So I really do appreciate you guys coming up on here today and being vulnerable and really having this conversation because it helped me, and hopefully it helps some of these men in the chat that are not being expressive emotionally and letting them know that it's okay to be that way. It's okay to tell your friend, your brother, your kids that I love you and hug them and show them love more so than just tell them, because I think that's what we're saying. It might be really nice to let them know that it's okay
Yeah.
to express love and to be vulnerable.
So,
Absolutely.
so here's a point that I'd like to make. Um, love today from men to men, from men to young men. We have to understand that it's a process. It's a long process because nowadays we don't have the village that we used to have. Back in the day, we used to care about each other. People's families could care for another family's children. You could care for another person and it would be okay. There's been so much hurt. There's been so much hatred. There's so much mistrust in the world that people do not trust other people.
Yeah.
And it's hard. But the thing that we have to do as men, you can take a young man and you can let him know and show him that you love him. But you got to understand the young people of today, you can't just tell them something one time and that's it because they're not hearing that. They don't trust you, they don't know you. But if you don't give up on these young men, and you show them that you're committed to teaching them and showing them what a real man is like, after a while you can win the heart over and then you can begin teaching them. You know, when I used to teach in the schools, a lot of times kids are not going to allow you to teach them anything unless they trust you. And getting a kid to trust you nowadays takes time and patience. But if it's worth it to you, you don't quit. And you don't quit on the men. You do what you have to do to show that it's important enough to you to share that with other people and to reach out to other people. So if we're going to begin teaching and showing love to others, it takes time, it takes patience, but we're not going to give up because we're going to get there.
Yes, I totally agree. Thank you so much, Black King of Skits, for going off for us.
Thank
Appreciate you,
you.
appreciate you. We love you. J Music said, drummer, please. TikTok Grammy goes to the after party for the best topic of the day. Period. We love y'all. We thank y'all. I'm glad that we're able to give this space for y'all, for real, for real, for real. I mean, y'all come here every day and sit up here and listen to our woes and, and be in here with us and just having a good old time. So we're glad to give y'all this space. And I really hope that this is helping. And I hope that y'all take away from this conversation and go and talk with somebody else about it. Talk with other men about it. Talk to other young men about it. Like, and just get a better understanding and, probably help somebody else see a different point of view. Like, it's okay for us to be like, what are you saying? I'm finna stop coming in.
Darren, stop lying.
Yeah, shut up. Clarence said, "Reach one, teach
Why,
one." Yes.
why Darren be Darian? Like
We have
he
no
is so
idea.
much his name. I swear to God, Darren. Like when you think of a Darren, you just think of that guy who's an asshole in class. That's Darren.
I I did not say that, Darren.
Darren, I don't think that, Darren.
Yeah,
That's
that
what
don't
him
let them
said.
lie to you, Darren.
Him got
That
Darren,
this.
that is
Darren.
not necessarily the views of the host.
Exactly. That is not our
Listen,
views.
no, listen. We love
He
him
said,
though. We
"Thank
do
you."
love him, but he be Darian like a mother freaker. He do be
Okay.
Darian.
Says the Justin.
Say, right, the Justin
Jesus.
that be Justin in it.
Get him
But
off here now.
but there
Keisha
but
is not
there's
here.
only one Justin though. There's only one.
Yeah, you're right
Thank God.
about it. Right? Thank God.
Thank God. We can only deal with one.
And I thank you. And I thank you.
Thank you.
And so listen, before I drop down, I wanna
Wait, where
appreciate
you
y'all
going?
for the
You leaving,
subject.
good fella? Oh,
No, I'm just gonna drop out because I think there's some other brothers that might want to say something in their
they can come
closing.
up in the box. You don't have to leave.
But I'm gonna say to Mr. Reese, I love you, brother. I appreciate you being here on the panel. I love you. Keep doing what you do. To Justin, Justin, there's only one.
I appreciate
There's
that, brother.
only one. You gotta love Justin because he is who he is. To the
Period.
brothers, to the brothers in the house, to the Kings Assemble, I love all of y'all. Listen, there's nothing like a brother's love, and we got that. To the host, Portia, listen, I love you for being who you are. Thank you. And to Tam, I would love to show you love. But listen, we'll leave it the way it is.
Oh, okay. You want to leave it
You
the way
see,
it is?
wait.
No,
You see
no,
what I'm
don't say
saying?
that, good fella.
You, you
You
see
don't
what
want
I'm
to leave
saying?
it the
Look,
way
look
it
what
is.
Darren put in the chat. Only he would have thought of something like that. That's that asshole shit. He just heard me say I don't climb ladders, and he gonna put that in the chat. In the chat, like, come on, Darren. Darren, really?
This the second
Maybe
time
that's
good
there.
fella said he gonna leave things the way it is, so I'm gonna let him leave things the
Good
way it
fella,
is.
why would you say that?
Why would I say what?
You're going to leave things the way that they are. No.
Oh no, I have to because this is a family show and I can't say the type of love that I'd like
Oh,
to show
okay.
Tam. So
What
it's
he
a
what he
family
wants to
show.
tell Tam, he can't tell. He don't want us to know. It's
Right.
private.
Right, it's a family show. I
Yeah.
wouldn't put that out there like that.
When
We
is
don't
this
want to
a
hear.
family show?
Plus,
Thank
we
you,
don't
Black
want to
King
hear him touching
She
all over
said, when
Tam's
did this
body and
become a
stuff.
family show?
Since when? What? Y'all see kids? What's happening? We have been over here talking about kinks, sex, fellatio, humming on each other. What are we
But
talking about?
that's not today's topic though. That's not today's topic. Otherwise, I would tell you how much I would want to have that taste of that Tam chocolate. But that's not today's show. Today's show is about other things. So I'm gonna leave that alone for right now.
Okay, that's fine.
So is it
Exactly, Black
That's a
Pink.
topic for another
Black
day.
is
King,
it
put your
chocolate or
popcorn
caramel?
away.
Because that's more like a caramel right there. She's smooth too.
Well, caramel is really like brand, like just a bottom brand. I mean, if she gonna be some, she might as well be that Dolce de Leche, that top level caramel. We're gonna give it
Oh,
what it is. Let that taste be
butterscotch.
what it is.
Absolute said I'm butterscotch.
Do
Uh-oh,
you
I'm
mind
in
if
trouble.
I stroke you up? I
I
don't
I
don't
don't
mind.
mind.
Mind
mind.
if I stroke you down? I
I
don't
I
don't
don't
mind.
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 We ain't never got no sense the whole time. We almost made it to have sense the whole time.
Almost made it.
Almost made it.
Craziness
And
got
this
to
ain't
come
my
in
fault. I
somewhere.
was trying. I was trying to be good. I was trying to be good.
It must be interesting today because Theo done pulled out the popcorn, sitting back watching and stuff.
You're absolutely
And
right.
not too much on my brother Justin, yo. Okay, y'all know I have a special place for Justin. Not too much on my brother. Okay, thank you.
Justin has a special place, period.
Wait a minute. That did not even sound right. You leave my padded room alone, okay?
Oh God, y'all are
Oh my God.
silly. Yeah, that's fine, good fella. I'm gonna let you be great today, but also next, I mean, in private, don't leave things the way it is. Okay, that's all I got to say. Yeah, so we thank y'all so much for reaching our gifting goal. Thank you everybody that contribute. Black King Skits went off for that last 400. We appreciate you, everybody. Thank you. We are at 22.3. We only have, I started, 3 minutes late? Okay, we got like 10 minutes left. Okay.
Justin, can you drop now so you can so we
I
might be able
am
to get to our
I
goal?
am leaving. I am going to tap this screen till we get to the 30K. But everybody, peace, love, and chicken grease. And yeah, bye.
He's a little chicken grease.
All right, I'm leaving too. Drop me, block me, tell your granddaddy to holler at me.
The
Oops.
fuck?
Wait a
Okay.
minute.
Okay,
Hey,
bless
listen,
him.
Theo.
I'm definitely gonna drop too because I definitely.
I think he said he definitely want to tap that. Anyway, Theo asked a very
Oh,
good
is that what he
question.
said?
I think that's what he was saying as he was anyway. Theo asked, when do the next podcast drop? So that's a very good question. Thank you for asking. We are in our break. So right now you guys should be enjoying Life Be Life's new season. If y'all are not following Life Be Lifin' and you are not paying attention to her podcast that is separate from the after party, but still very much a part of the family. So y'all should be checking that out right now while we are in break, in recess, and our next season will start next year. We will keep letting y'all know, but we have a lot of good things planned for y'all for next season. But in the meantime, you all still should be following Life Be Life and checking out her second season. Okay, good fella. What you
Okay,
come
so I definitely don't like to leave things incomplete. So I apologize, Tam, but I was saying I'm going to drop out because I definitely want to tap that.
Okay.
He
uh,
always leaves me speechless.
yeah, and I like
Stop
that.
that, Tim. Why is your shirt cut up?
You should see the back.
Oh, Phil. Come on.
Um, Y'all,
Um,
but we got some good things coming for y'all next season. We working on some things. We in the what you call it? We in the lab.
yes. We in there for sure. But we'll be back early spring with a new episode for the podcast. But yeah, we taking some time right now. But you know we always working, okay? We're always working behind the scenes. I can't with y'all. It's been fun, guys. Oh, TL Rock, we love that you had fun. Thank you so much.
Make sure you come
Y'all
back now.
y'all cut up when Elroy gone. I'm telling. Girl, bye.
It
Not
just
you
gets
about to drop me, block me. Right. Snitches get stitches.
and tell y'all grandfathers to holler at me. I'ma tell
Everybody
Elroy
was
that
witness
shit.
to that. That little added piece to her little thing while
I'm
Elroy is
sick.
gone. Okay? Just want to point that out. Anywho, I just want all the men here to know that we love you guys dearly. We appreciate you guys for showing up and standing up. Y'all don't play about us, period. And it's such a blessing to have people that we've never physically met before be so loving and adoring towards us, and also willing to share your wisdom, your knowledge, and be open. Okay, so I'm just grateful. Great topic. That was a great topic. Thank you for this. No problem, Mr. Reese. Thank you for participating. We really do appreciate y'all. Like y'all, the King's Assembly be showing out. Period.
Absolutely.
Period. Point blank. If those don't know what the King's Assembly is, that is our man of the Tap family. Okay. What the hell? That look like a what the hell? Ain't no windows open. How'd I get in here? Bro, that was a big bug. Yo, I got my mic rock Friday.
I'm calling you.
Wait a minute. Yo, I got my mic rock Friday. Justin. Oh, she said I'm telling Kirby. How you know it wasn't Kirby? How you know it wasn't Kirby?
Who is Kirby?
Curvy girl. Big round curvy girl. Justin said he got his mic rock Friday.
Oh.
It's so
He might have flew her in. My mic sound nice. Check one.
it won't. Ooh, absolutely said messy.
He
Thank
the
you,
one came on here
Keisha.
and told his business.
He definitely told it, volunteered it, okay?
We didn't know.
Dropping the
Absolutely
mic.
with the mic emotes. Listen, I'm glad somebody getting their mic rock because
Tim, you only 5 days removed. Relax. Relax.
it is more than 5 days.
It's relax. It ain't been a year. Exactly. Thank you.
It
And
feels
Dorino
like
said
it.
that to myself. We'd heard more about your stuff than my
Like,
stuff.
shit.
That's because I ain't doing nothing. That's the only reason why.
That's because y'all be telling all my business on here.
What's y'all? You be telling your own business.
Oh.
Yeah, I just add to it.
Oh.
Mr. Reese says silence is gold. Child, listen, my silence means I am not doing nothing. It's been a year.
Yes, when she got something to tell, she gonna shout it from the
I'm
rooftop.
gonna be like, listen.
Alpha, what you looking at?
Not out for looking. He definitely looking.
What you looking
Well. Nicka P, you celebrating. Wait, what? Thank y'all so much for reaching the like and goal. Period. He said my next meal. Period. You drop hints and P brings out the details. Exactly, Theo. Because why she dropping hints? Stop playing with us. I'm gonna tell.
She do. But the thing is that y'all know she already be knowing the damn details, and then she be like fishing for more, and then I be ending
I'm
up
trying to
telling
see how
all
much
my
she gonna
whole
give us.
business.
How much she gonna give us? I'll be like, so what?
Get on my nerve. I'm gonna stop falling for that shit. Since y'all talking about me, I ain't gonna tell y'all nothing else. If I didn't tell y'all all my business, it wouldn't be as entertaining because y'all wouldn't have all the little bullshit that y'all be saying in the damn chat. Y'all wouldn't have no leverage. What you missed, NC?
Yeah, what you miss?
We gonna start acting like we don't know your ass when you come in here.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. NC Trucker, use the topic for a real quick split second. You can't help it. She can't help it. She be definitely telling all the business.
Well, y'all my family. Who else am I gonna tell my business to?
Exactly. And y'all love it. He said, what I do? We was talking about how you be, thank you so much. We appreciate you. When we be coming to your live, you be acting like you don't know nobody. Tam said you did it to her. I said, yeah, he do that all the time. My mama said that too.
My boy, he on him. Let me go support. He told me something. Is that the after the party? This is the party after the. Is that the after? I was like, really? And then I was like, yeah, it's the after party. And then he said, hey, what's up, P? Or is that Tam? I was like, it's Tam. And then he was like, yeah, I'm going on mute. And then he ain't say, I was like, oh, shit. So I left. Because I didn't feel welcome.
I didn't feel welcome.
I didn't feel welcome.
Now we see how I feel when people be up in here talking about, you ain't say hello to me.
No, but he actually fucked up our name. Like he not speak. He just was like, who this? Like he never seen.
No, I would never. And see, you be acting real. You be acting real.
No.
On your live. It's cool. It's cool. I'm like, he in his mode. I guess that's what he wanted to go on his live. That's cool.
I didn't see him doing that to nobody else. He was just being
well, he be kind of bland most times. I don't know.
Oh, he bland.
Not bland. I don't know. Look Look at them. That's crazy. That's oh shit. Who's trying to come up here?
He
Oh,
said, "Yeah, bland as fuck."
yes, bland as fuck. He is. He just
Oh,
be
the
like,
King's Assembly came back.
most times when I come in there, he be like, "Hey, P," and that's it. I'm like, "What the hell?" Hey, nigga.
Next time, I'm gonna ask to get in the box. I'm gonna be like, "What up, nigga?"
He don't give nobody no energy. He just be like, "Whatever."
What's up?
Now he up in here.
Oh.
See how y'all do me? You see?
Right as fuck.
It be your own people.
Good fella
It's
and
crazy that
Absolute and Justin, y'all came because Sky can't call for security.
right.
Somebody,
You already know.
somebody called for security.
You heard it.
But the funny thing is, NC, we're not the only one. Tam just said that today. My mama said that to me first. She was like, I went to NC Live, and he was acting like he didn't know who I was. I was like, girl, he do that all the time. And
When
then
your mama come?
and said the same thing. I ain't even had to.
Yeah, I remember the after party coming. But I don't remember your mom. I would never do that to mama though. Like for real, for real.
Oh, so you did it to me intentionally?
No, I didn't know. I didn't know which one because I know y'all be kind of switching off. So I didn't know it was P or it was Tan Tan.
But
Yeah.
that's not what you said, though, Slim. You was like, "Is that you could have just been like, hey, the after party." No, you said, "Is that the after the party? The party is after. What is this?" I was
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
He said,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And then that thing vanished. I said, oh shit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe he don't want me here. Let me go.
Lord Jesus.
I was gonna drop some gifts and stuff, but then you act like you ain't know me, Slim. So I was like, well, I'm saying
No,
my
I
point.
would never.
Live, I go in that they actually like, hey, Tap is here.
Well, that's my bad, huh? I didn't.
Do better.
You know, I didn't. I rock with y'all more than I rock with a lot of people on TikTok. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I thought until you showed me shade.
Yeah, I do.
But
I charge
that's
Yeah.
your head and not your heart. I'm like, he playing on his, this is what he do on his thing, I guess.
And it's a reason why I do what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You told
You
me
know.
before. Yeah.
Yeah.
no problem. I now I know, and I won't feel like
No.
Slight.
Just never. She's expensive. I mean, amazing.
Yeah, you sounded like you might have been right the first time, bro. It's expensive.
Both of them. I was trying to be nice about it. Both of them. Yeah.
But look, I came up here to tell y'all about my Friday experience.
I don't think we could. I don't think we
Wait,
could get the details on
wait. Hey, it was great. No, it was great. Of course, though, I don't understand why she had to try to keep speaking into the mic. Like, don't talk, just handle your business. Like, hey, do you like it? No, I would like it even more if you just shut up and finish. I mean,
What the fuck is going on?
Justin, what is wrong with you? Justin.
No. I just don't know. I don't
I'm
know.
just saying, you don't have to keep talking. Like, of course I like it, but I would like it more if the jaws would just stay where it's supposed to be. Don't keep you like it that? No. I don't like the talking. Just go.
Hey, Portia, how you doing, love?
He got a point though.
I'm glad you
The
got
man, he right. Yeah, he
Hey, Portia.
he right.
Listen, I don't
Miss Sassy
know.
Black, I'm so sorry you walked into this. We were actually having a really good educational conversation today, a healing space for the man. And then Justin told us randomly that he got his mic rock on Friday and he wants to come up in the box and tell the story.
Miss Sassy Black, we know.
We can't control these people sometimes.
The views of the chat is not necessarily, but maybe.
Maybe. I mean, I'm glad he got his mic rock. I'm just saying, girl.
I mean, I celebrate the mic rocking of it all.
Right. Look at Theo Spencer. Y'all knew after he mentioned it and y'all let him up anyway. You right. I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking. She can hum her words. Exactly, Mr. Reed. That's what you should have told her to do, just to start humming instead of talking.
Yeah, you should have said
Mm-hmm.
hum.
Humming. No just do your business. Get up, get gone. No humming.
Get
No
up and get
talking.
gone.
Oh my
Drop
God.
him.
Why
That's
would
it.
you say that? You know
Well,
what?
I mean, I wasn't gonna kick her out right. Like I would ask questions, like, hey, do you want lunch, breakfast, dinner, something? Okay, you
Okay.
don't, get the hell out of here. Like, what are you standing around for?
Why is he still here? He gotta go. he gotta go.
Anyway, it's time to go. It's 10:10. I got work to do. It's been real. Love y'all. Thank y'all again for all that y'all do and be for us. We love you, men. Today was all about y'all and giving y'all a safe space to talk
All
and
right,
express
this.
y'all feels. We love y'all so much for being here with us, with Tam and Portia on the After Party Podcast. Tam,
Remember, the world has never met another you. Go out and be great in it. We love you guys. We thank you for 32,000 likes, for reaching our gifting goal, for all of the knowledge that y'all gave us today, man. We really appreciate y'all being vulnerable in this space and really having a real conversation with us today. Thank you to the King's Assembly for showing up as soon as Sky called for security. Miss Sassy Black and Portia, I wish that you all were in on this entire conversation because it
yes.
was so good today. But be looking for the replay on our YouTube channel. We love you guys. Have an amazing day today. See y'all back here tomorrow where
Is it lagging? Is it just me
it
or
is
Tam lagging?
He's lagging.
Okay.
we're doing Christmas music.
I don't know what she said.
I don't
Oh,
either.
Tam, you you keep moving fast and then slow, like
I'm
yo,
gone.
something going on. You back? Okay.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
Okay, you back. Okay. Okay, you back.
Sorry. Okay, sorry.
Bye.
Bye. That's what I was saying. Bye.
Bye.